Is Pop Century right for you? Does saving those bucks mean sacrificing some of the magic? What are the rooms like at Disney World's grooviest hotel? How do you get to the Disney parks? And where can you eat? Today we're diving into the world of Disney's funkiest budget-friendly stay, the Pop Century Resort. Totally rad, right? Okay, I'll tone down the lingo. Stay tuned and you'll find out the 3 things you need to know before you book a stay at Disney's Pop Century Resort. So, should you get booking or keep on looking?
My name's Martin, I'm a former Disney cast member and now I help people like you have better holidays to Orlando.
Last year we helped over 12,428 happy holiday makers visit the Sunshine State, so we know what we're talking about when it comes to all things Orlando. Pop Century is a Disney value hotel, but what does that really mean? These are Disney's least expensive hotels, so they also come with the smallest rooms and the fewest frills compared to Disney's swankier, moderate and deluxe hotels. But before you turn your nose up, carry on watching as Pop Century packs a punch. Just because you're trading a few bells and whistles doesn't mean you're signing up for a stay in a broom closet. In fact, Pop Century boasts something that most Disney hotels don't have. As you arrive at Pop Century, it's clear that Disney took go big or go home to a whole new level. Everything here is larger than life. Well, except for you, that is. You'll definitely feel like a character from A Bug's Life. Next to those colossal bowling pins and giant Baloo and Mowgli, the hotel is split up into different decades: 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. So some of the decor may confuse or baffle younger guests. Disney has a thing about giant dogs at their value hotels. At All-Star Movies, you'll find 101 Dalmatians in here, Lady and the Tramp. Standard rooms are the furthest away from the reception and bus stop. Pool view rooms are, well, next to the pools. Handy if you have aqua babies, but can be noisy later in the evening if you have little ones. If you want to keep your step count low, you might want to consider the preferred rooms. However, much like the poolside rooms, they're located in high traffic zones. The first thing you need to know about Pop Century is the rooms. It's motel style with the door leading to the outside. Now, unlike everything outside, you won't be stumbling over giant Disney characters or memories from yesteryear inside at your room. The outside may celebrate things from the past, but the rooms have a more modern design, and the rooms are being refreshed again in March 2025 to mid-February 2026. The first of the 3 things you need to know is that, like other budget-friendly resorts, these rooms clock in at roughly 250 square feet. Now, does that number mean anything to you? Yeah, I didn't think so. Just sounds like a random figure, right? To give you some perspective, Disney's deluxe resorts boast a generous 400 square feet, offering a bit more breathing room. So if you're booking at Pop Century, you're definitely trading space for savings. These cozy rooms can accommodate up to 4 people, with options of either 2 queen beds or 1 king. Like at the All-Star Resorts, one of those queen beds is a nifty Murphy bed that folds up to unveil a table, perfect for a quick snack before you dash back to the pool. So while it may be tight, when the table's down you can tuck into some pizza and have a bit more space without getting crumbs on the bed. The sink and mirror are in their own little corner away from the toilet and shower zone. This means you can dodge that morning rush while trying to look presentable while someone else is showering. There's a mini fridge and a coffee maker stocked with Joffrey's coffee, creamers and sugar packets to ensure you're pumped, full of caffeine before you hit the Tower of Terror. Inside your Orlando Insider personalized park planner, you'll find details of the best grocery delivery service in Orlando to stock up your fridge with drinks and snacks, saving you a fortune in the parks. The limited amenities at Pop Century will do just fine for someone like me who's going to be hitting the parks from morning to night. But if you fancy yourself a hotel connoisseur who enjoys lounging in your room on those much needed rest days, the snug rooms and straightforward decor might mean it's better to check out the moderate or deluxe hotels. But you're still on Disney property, which means some cool perks ahead your way. More on that in just a moment, so stick around.
You're wasting your time if you book your Orlando holiday anywhere else. Literally. Wait, what? Why does it matter where you book your trip to Walt Disney World? On average, people who book with us do 5 more rides and queue less every single day. So if you're in Orlando for 2 weeks, that's 70 more things you could do. We love helping people like you do more in Orlando, or do more Orlando as we like to call it. So how does it work? You'll have a few calls with your Orlando guru. It's our job to find out everything you want to do and make some suggestions. Your guru takes around 9 hours to put together your personal park planner. This is your key to doing more Orlando. Along with tons of tips, we use cutting-edge tech to help you navigate the parks. And forget about reading all those restaurant reviews. Disney World alone has over 205 places to eat, and you'll find all the best ones for you in your planner. And don't worry, it's not some complex military-style plan. It's super easy to follow. Plus, it saves you watching hundreds of hours of YouTube videos or asking questions on Facebook just to get confusing and conflicting information. We're the Orlando gurus, so you don't have to be. Normally, our personal park planners cost £248, but when you book with us, you'll get this for free. Queue less and do more Orlando.
Pop Century is nestled in the ESPN-wide World of Sports Resort area. Now, if you're scratching your head wondering where that is, let me show you. This is the hub where a slew of sporting events at Disney World take place, essentially on the fringes of the property. Pop Century itself is across from Disney's Art of Animation Resort, and in fact that was meant to be an extension of Pop Century before Disney decided to swap the theme. They worked out that people would rather stay in Nemo and Cars themed rooms rather than the 1940s. No one wanted ration books and Spitfires. Now let's talk transportation. This is where most value hotels take a hit with only having buses to get around. But hold on to your Mickey ears, because things are a bit different at Pop Century. Sure, you'll still be hopping on buses to reach the Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom and Disney Springs, but here's the silver lining. There's just one bus stop at Pop Century, conveniently located at the front of the hotel. So unlike some of those moderate resorts that take you on a scenic tour of the resort, you won't waste an extra 20 minutes picking up guests from every corner of the hotel. Talk about a time saver. Now here's the best bit, and brings me to the second thing you need to know before booking. When you're off to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, you'll get there thanks to the Disney Skyliner. This isn't just any transportation system, it's a magical sky gondola that whisks you away in style. It's a breezy and delightful flight over to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and a handful of other connected hotels. Plus, nothing beats the thrill of soaring and giving a little wave to the folks stuck in traffic below. I love the Skyliner, but it's not without a few quirks. First off, if you've got a fear of heights, you might not be thrilled at the thought of gliding 60 feet in the air. And let's not even talk about the heart-stopping thrill of being left dangling mid-air if the Skyliner decides to take an unscheduled break. Talk about anxiety on a wire. Then there's the Florida weather, which can be unpredictable. During those lovely heavy storms, which Florida practically invented, the Skyliner will hit pause. But hey, if the heights don't bother you and the weather gods are smiling, then the Skyliner is like a golden ticket for Pop Century, giving it a leg up over other value resorts. And an extra bonus, you can take the Skyliner over to Disney's Riviera Resort for breakfast at my favourite character dining experience, Topolino's. Stick around until the end, and I'm going to let you know those all-important dates to avoid staying at Pop Century. Now, whilst the Skyliner has the wow factor, the resort itself really is in the value category, along with All Stars and Art of Animation. In the food court, you'll find 7 stations serving breakfast, lunch and dinner. What's cooking? All the usual classics. Think burgers and chicken, alongside the crowd pleasers like roasted turkey and salmon sandwiches, pizza, pasta salads, and a handy grab and go for those sweet snacks and pastries. It's a solid pit stop for a speedy breakfast before you dash off to the parks, and a handy bite for those late night munchies post-adventure. But if you're looking for an unforgettable Disney dining experience, well, you might want to keep looking, and when you book with us, you'll get your personalised park planner packed full of the best restaurants just for you. Let's talk about these lovely Disney perks. Like with all Disney and selected partner hotels, you get to enter the theme parks 30 minutes early. That means you can hit the rides before the crowds come in.
But that's not the only way to hit up more rides. Did you know that families that book their holidays with us do on average 5 more rides every day compared to those that book online? So over a 2-week holiday, you could do 70 more rides and shows. Do more in Orlando, or do more-lando as we like to call it. Want to know how? Just use the link in the show notes below.
I don't usually recommend hiring a car for your trip, but if you need one for a trip to the Space Center or to explore the area, You get free overnight parking at your hotel and at the parks. Who doesn't love a spontaneous mini photo shoot surrounded by all the quirky props at Pop Century? Sure, there are a million ways to pass the time at this resort, but let me take a moment to shout out the Hippy Dippy pool. There are a few smaller pools, but I really like the vibe and space at Hippy Dippy. Plus, I also just like saying Hippy Dippy too. And at night, you can kick back and enjoy a classic Disney flick as part of the free resort activities. And here's the third thing you need to know before you book. This next part is so crucial, I've made a whole video about it. When you go to Disney World, it is even more important than where you stay. So click here to watch it next and make sure you don't go to Orlando at the wrong time.